Our first task is to program for the forward motion. In that case, y is positive and x is either negative or positive. Let's set an if statement capturing that situation. We'll create two global variables to indicate the left-right direction and forward-reverse direction. If x is less than 0, we're moving left. If it's greater than 0, we're moving right. If y is less than 0, we're moving reverse, and if it's greater, we're moving forward. And now that we know the direction, we're going to strip the negative off of the x and y axes, so that doesn't interfere with our formulas. Next, we'll apply our formulas, and we're going to create two variables to hold these values, global speed and global differential. The speed formula is speed equals 255 times y divided by 255. And we'll format that so it doesn't have a bunch of decimal numbers. If the speed is over 255, then we'll want to set it to 255 because that's our max. We'll use the speed to calculate the differential, which is the speed minus speed times x divided by 255. Again, don't allow that to be more than 255 and format it as a 0 decimal number. Now we're going to add some images to the screen that will change as we change directions. This is for feedback and because it's pretty. Remember when you're designing your programs, if it doesn't work, no one will want to use it. But if it ain't pretty, no one will want to look at it. So make it work and make it pretty. I'm going to add a horizontal alignment here and make it take up the width of the screen. Then I'm going to add another inside for a set width of, we'll try 170. The images have to be square or they'll get stretched, so we can't take up the full width. Let's add 3 more horizontal alignments and set their height and width to 150. I'm going to just upload all the images we're going to use at once. Then I'll set their images to see how they look. Let's rename these so we can identify them in blocks view. Next, we'll want to display this on the screen. And you'll notice that except for the initial reading of the accelerometer, I put everything inside the clock block. This will give you control over how often this event will trigger. If everything were inside the accelerometer on change event, it would likely overwhelm the program. I say this now because this is especially true for writing on the screen. You definitely want to limit how often you're doing that. We'll need to first reset these every time we enter the clock event. I'll place an if block, and if forward reverses forward, then check for left right. If it's left, then we'll set the forward left image. Else if it's right, then set the forward right image. So what about just plain forward? We'll want to set a range in the middle that's somewhere to the left and right of 0 on the x. We'll say 30. In that range, we'll set the left-right variable to neither. Then we'll set the else to display the forward image.